And again, the problem is frequency, not volume. So.
Yes, sir. Huh?
Probably, yeah. Okay, let's see what Michelle's. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, good. Yeah. Oh, it is. Maybe I don't even have to. But it's oh, no, I remember that. I think they're provider. Oh, she's at so that's why is it? It's right by the elementary. Okay. Right down, it's just under my feet. Okay. Yeah. Main Street, like, so we just walk over there. $10. That's okay.
Yeah. It's like, I don't do
All the way around.
I like the idea now.
She's just. She says.
But the table gets longer. Life is closer to here, you know? We said you guys keep getting farther that way from me. Where you going? I'm sitting down we got here. Because I'm hard. That's his knowledge. You were shortly after me, so sure. When I just got doing yard work. Yeah, we asked them early to look at my situation. We found this in one of these nights. Record over the desk and
Oh, I didn't know that.
oh, hell, that's good.
Not all the time, but every time I see her.
We got big binders now.
And that's better.
I would say it'd be at least, half another.
Somewhere I.
That'd be about right, maybe a little more. Say, I guess it's 6 years. I'm always paying.
They put it on the lines. Yeah. Fill it up, I guess.
That's all right. I don't think we need it.
Except we need the agenda on the top.
George, hey, good.
You're the one that gets out.
What?
No, I got
I remember him very well. You do? You do? Yeah, her husband. I don't remember much.
Like, can you get her back?
Put it there.
Would you have a still there? Where the heck did it all go? I seen it.
Trying to get a little.
Where'd the water go? Did it go down the drain? Probably not gonna get to the leave. You're smart.
We're a few minutes to try.
I've been through that before though. If it wasn't outside, then different story. It's still within the system. I don't know. That's. Hi there. How are you? Well, of course. That's the first time I have been sure from the Jenny. I had a toilet over here. This probably 4 days. And my bill was like $150. Just over that for a couple of days.
Oh, it doesn't take long.
But it was running full bore. It wasn't like it was, what kind of big view?
Yeah.
You want to go to water stuff? I can go in. They have stuff that goes down.
Yeah.
The river and stuff is grass.
Really? I bet you do now, don't you? You know, that's what would be nice. If we had water system that locked out there.
I know, it really told me.
I got a warning in my house there, well, my lake house.
Well, they have to go and talk so slowly.
The day before, or no, still doesn't have that, so I'm on now. Red flag, sent me a text, and said, hey, you got leak. But it's nice to know that, otherwise you wouldn't know. I mean, the other. It could have gone for a week. Yeah.
Close meeting to order. Roll call, please.
Benton,
Here.
Brand,
Here.
Cook,
Here.
Lund, here, Kyle,
Here.
Mayor Johnson.
Here. Pledge of allegiance. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Do I have a motion for approval of the tentative agenda?
I move we approve the tentative agenda.
I have a question in the, item number 10. Overriding veto of 2026-063. I question the legality of the veto. Did anybody get a written, was it a written veto with the reasons for the veto?
Nothing was turned into state law.
So it wasn't a legal veto.
Unless somebody got written reasons as to why it was being vetoed, no, it was not a proper veto.
Did John say anything about it?
He told us to put it on here just to ensure,
Or on this?
yeah,
Okay. I'll second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Consent agenda. Motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Number 4, public comment, agenda items only.
Hi, my name is Elaine Webb, and I have a question about this payroll period. If you would look at the City of Mitchellville payroll register, check register, and on there's got 600 water fund, and then underneath it's got sewer fund, and it shows, it looks like one payroll under water fund for a total of $8,698.38. And the one underneath it says sewer fund, and the total fund on that is $7,680.34. Now, it does not list anybody's names or their position in town, like on some of the other payrolls. So is this one person's payroll for $8,698.36, Jacoby?
no, this sheet shows a breakdown.
But
of
this,
the employees going to each line item and how it's split out.
But this right here is separate from the above one. From the above one, this is separate from,
No, this is an example of how this is broken down. This is just broke down per request.
who requested done like this.
This is how Bond Grant does it, so we.
Bond Rand puts their names beside it, the exact amount they get paid and who exactly how.
That is the only part we did not.
Why can't we do that, put their names on there, and so we know who's exactly gonna get this $8,698.38?
Well, no one person is getting that. That's everybody who goes to that water fund.
Okay, but how
So
about,
everybody who's paid out of there.
okay, even the overtime?
Yes.
Yes, and sick time,
Mhm.
and the breakdown of the taxes.
And as far as
And the
individual-
benefits.
Okay, so, all right, it'd be nice if we have their names, so it'd be easier for people who,
And
Yeah,
as
look
far
at it.
as individuals' pay, salaries are posted yearly.
well, technically, it can be posted, everybody has a right in City of Mitchellville to look at the payroll and the timesheet. That's, we've been discussing that, we discussed that before, so we'll just move on.
If individuals ask for somebody's
We've asked,
pay for a pay period, we will do that to them.
well, we've asked for that. Tony, haven't you asked for that?
Ask for time cards.
Timesheets, payroll, I've asked for payroll.
I'm saying a name with the total, like on Miranda.
I did that. I asked that for 3 times. Okay, we're gonna move on because I have asked for that and I've got copies when I asked for that. Next thing, we see on the number 5, Bill Puppet's going to get up and speak about the water issue at the community center. I understand that there's someone did some damage there and he's asking for the sewer amount refunded. I'm fine with that. I'm fine, that's fine. Whoever did it should be punished, but I understand and that's okay. So my concern is about George Redmond's feedlot. We have gone through the proper channels on that every single month, and we're still trying to decide on what is going to happen with his water bill.
Mr. Redmond does not get charged sewer fees, and that is what gets deducted if people come front of the board and council approves it, is the sewer piece.
Okay, but he did not use 90,000 gallons worth of water, and he doesn't have a sewer, so we had asked for half of it to be reversed for those months.
But 90,000 gallons of water left the water system.
No, it didn't, and I'll tell you what, ISG was up here, and Tom said to you guys last council meeting, if we got the digital waterers, or digital water meters on, it will show that you guys are not losing so much water. And he said that the city of Mitchellville is losing a lot of water, and if we can pull up a video on that, we can see that he said that. Then that way you won't be losing so much water. It's like, wow, so he just admitted to you guys last city council meeting that water was being lost. So and if you don't believe what I said, we can go back and watch the video on that when Tom from ISG was talking, because he said that. And I thought, you've got to be kidding me. You just admitted that the city of Mitchellville is losing water. And so,
He was referring to if we updated meters, they track more accurately and precisely, so we will catch every single drop of water that passes.
precisely, but right now, our system, but right now, our system is not doing that. So we're losing water and it's not being accountable for accuracy.
We're losing
No, we're losing.
revenue of water because it's not.
No, he
tracked
said that
accurately.
the loss of water is what he said. So we can, if you want to, we can look it up and you get, council can review that, because that's not what he said. He said that way you won't be showing so much loss of water. So that's another concern that we have. And then also I filed a written, huh? That's okay.
You got like 3 minutes.
Okay.
Like 3 minutes.
So my next concern is I had a written complaint on someone's water pool. I filed it on July 15th, and they were supposed to have it taken care of in 10 days. As of today, there's no fence or guardrail around that pool. That's not a city code. That is a state of Iowa code, and everybody has to abide by that. That's not just for your protection. It's for a child that thinks, oh, there's a pool open, let's go swimming. And that person is sitting on city council, Cody, and that needs to be taken care of. Now it's been over 30 days, and it's still not taken care
It
of.
is drained and there's no ladder to it right now.
I saw a
Taking it
letter.
down. No,
Okay.
there's not a ladder to it, the pool's drained.
Okay, I mean, that's just for protection
We're
for
in the
you.
process of taking it down.
Okay.
Yep,
No, it's just it's for children.
absolutely.
Okay. And then one more thing on last city council agenda packet, there's handwritten receipts that were paid out, but no, like bills written out in Matt Cleverly's handwriting, but there was no receipts with that. And you put an invoice number on that. So we don't know what was paid or nothing like that. So that's another question. It shouldn't be handwritten. It should probably be more of a professional, on computer paper invoices, and also with the receipts to the invoice.
Which invoice are you referring to?
I think I sent you a copy of that. It's one that Matt Cleverly handwritten. There's 2 of them. And also last month's agenda on the packet, there was 3 bills, same amount, on there for 3 different times. Let me get it here. Let me get all.
The only thing I can think of that was handwritten was the reasons as to why those items were used.
And we were asked to have them itemized out,
Shoot,
correct?
let's see, let me get that.
Tony?
What?
Yeah, I think it said Matt Cleverly on
For them to
there.
be itemized out.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, Tony asked for those to be itemized out. We actually had an email discussion about that to break down what the reason for each charge.
But there was no receipts with it, so I was just concerned about that. I mean, I'm on transparency and accuracy too there.
There's receipts for it.
Is there? Okay, but it'd be nice if they did it more professionally. I mean, it's a computer, nothing hard about that, so.
It does use more paper.
So, and then is it true that our dump truck that we had a bond/loan for we're not gonna get it now?
We already have it.
The dump truck?
Help and everything.
The dump truck? It's already there? Okay, just wanna make sure. All right, thank you.
Anybody else?
Don Berkey, 113 Second Street Northwest here in Mitchellville. First of all, Stephen Covey says to always begin in a friendly manner. So I do appreciate the council people. I noticed as soon as the meeting started, you drew your microphones closer to your mouth. I appreciate that. Now, as to items, what was it, 13 and 14? The city attorney attending the meetings. I see he's not here. That's good. $300 an hour or whatever it is. There's no reason why he should be paid portal to portal with that fee, when all you have to do is, if you do have a question, you can table it, and that question can be called in the next day and probably handled in less than 15 minutes. That's a total waste of money. Number 14, discussion and possible action from clerk and city council members. Now, is that what we used to call a report by the council members? Okay, thank you. Oh, also out here in front toward the south end, up in the gables, there's a big wide open hole that, of course, birds can go in there, and I don't know what birds do at night, but I kind of suspect because they do it on my car. And eventually that's going to get piled up every night, and as well as building nests up there, fire hazard and all that bit. Should be closed.
Thank you, Don. Anybody else? Number 5, Bill Puckett. Sir, hold on.
Marty Thomas, live here in town. This is not on the menu. We just recently had someone here, we recently had someone pass that worked for the city for quite some time, Tim Brandt. And he was a good guy working for the town. And Dean and myself and Brad Barkley did a lot of things with scouts with him. And I just thought I'd mention his name. He was good working for the town all those years.
Thank you, Marty.
Thank you.
Thank you, Marty. Number 5, Bill Puckett.
I'm Bill Puffett. I live at 4975 Northeast 116th Street. I'm here tonight representing the Mitchellville Community Center. Brief history on the center is it was built in 1995 and has been a cooperative situation between the city and the 501c3 that runs the center for a number of years. The reason it was set up separately was to get the 501c3 so people could make donations and have them be tax deductible. Like any other entity, we have a number of bills to pay. It costs us roughly $1,800 a month to keep the doors open, the lights on, and the water running. Our last month, we had a renter who had put a roll of toilet paper under the flapper in a toilet that somehow we missed when we were doing our post-rental inspection. Therefore, our water bill was $413, and usually it runs between $31 and $39. Now, in light of the fact that the community center is used for park and rec activities without charge, has been used for 7 city council meetings this year without charge, I would like the council to make some kind of generous decision to help us out on our 10 times the normal water bill. Thank you for your consideration.
I have a question, Bill.
Yes.
Sorry.
Sure.
About a month ago, I was up there and I saw the sign on there for the senior meals. Can you explain how that's changed the money?
The senior meals?
Has that been rectified?
The senior meals are catered, and the seniors pay a fee for the meal each time. unfortunately, the fee does not cover the cost of the catering. And they've looked to Polk County's providing meals, and Polk County has refused to provide funding, but they say, we'll give you the hot dog and potato chips everybody else gets. Well, they're kind of spoiled because they've had better meals than that. And so as a result, they operate separately from the community center, but we just let them use the facility. So they're searching for money too.
Have you been successful finding any more from the funds that you lost for it? Whatever the trust that was?
At this point, we received, a lot of our funding is through grants that we apply for. Last year, we did not get 100% what we applied for. So quite frankly, Steve, we're running a little short on hot meals right now.
You have at least 100 people that show up weekly.
Yeah, I believe last year they served 2,307 meals.
And it's a really good opportunity for our elders to get out and get together and have discussion, especially in the winter months when nobody wants to be outside.
Oh, absolutely. Any other questions? Thank you again for your consideration.
I would move that we, remove the sewer charge from their July bill.
I would second that.
I would actually like to say that we should do the same thing I mentioned for Redmond, is we take an average of their last year and make the whole bill what the average of their last year was.
That's normally, typically that is what we do. We do the average and deduct the difference.
Will the average then go up? That's something that we need to take away then.
No, if their average is, what'd you say, Bill, like $35?
$31 and $40 a month.
For everything.
For everything.
Correct.
If for some reason we ever had to average it again within the next year, we would skip that time on because it's
An outlier.
it's not valid.
Yeah, but motion in a second, right?
Yes, but I was asking a question.
Do we want to change it?
We would need to just change it to deduct the difference on the first average.
Can I make a statement?
If that's what you want to do.
Now, we're just talking about the community center, right?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah, I can add that to the motion, but no.
It would need to be.
Okay, we remove the sewer charge for the July bill. And if we need to do a yearly average within the next, sorry, I'm not following you.
So it would be like a motion to deduct, to figure out their yearly average and deduct the difference. And that's what they would be responsible for
Because they do a lot for our community.
paying.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
Thank you.
Do you approve George Redmond's too, Tony, or no?
Number 6, ISG update.
Tom's not here, so Jerry's going to read the update.
The first filter was cleaned out Monday. Tuesday, the inspector came out and confirmed that the interior coating was acceptable and did not need repair. This is an avoided extra cost, which is great. When replacing the under drain strainers, it was discovered that the under drain area was completely full of sand media and had to be cleaned out. This was extra scope, so will likely add a fee to the total as it was a few hours of work and extra effort. It was critical and more efficient to have the crew already on site perform the work. They are installing the new media and air scour headers and laterals today and tomorrow. The expectation is for them to wrap up the media installed tomorrow morning. We will then backwash the new media to remove fine particles and Westec will come to chemically condition the media. If all of that works perfectly, we could disinfect Friday, sampling maybe early Saturday morning or first thing Monday morning, depending on timing and lab availability. That would mean Tuesday is likely the earliest that they would start the next filter. All in all, with a few minor challenges, it's going well so far.
This was written about 12:30 last Wednesday, so if you're trying to put a context into the days or the days of the week,
I was gonna ask.
West Tech was there today, so there was a few things that happened, and there was a few things that, kind of through a copying process. But West Tech was there, and they did treat that. And so they're gonna come tomorrow and backwash and then chlorinate. So we're probably looking at Thursday before the back tees come back, and they're able to start everything.
Cool.
Number 7, discussion and consideration of approval of resolution 73, GLC Mitchellville preliminary plat number 2.
I was like, where is it?
Good evening. Good evening. I'm Kevin Kane, representing GLC and DCI properties. This is for the separations of lot 1 into 2 lots directly west of Quickstar. As you have been here a couple times in the last few months, we did close on 13.5 acres selling at the Interstates Power System that separates this plat into 2. So lot 1, they're ready to get going on construction. Your plans in front of you for your review and approval hopefully are an extension of 8th Street. We will extend that past their property and finish grading lot 2 in that process. Part of this as well is moving the creek that runs north and south across the property to allow for more buildable spots on lot 2. So, any questions of the group? I'm happy to answer.
So all of this was observed by P&Z the last meeting. I realized late this afternoon where you guys wouldn't have had time to go through all 180 pages of the packet. If you wanted to look at it, you were not gonna have time. P&Z did look at it, they approved it, and then after the meeting, if you want the file, I can send it to you. Again, because our internet was lovely last week, so. But I don't know. Or even Greg can elaborate at all if they have any questions. Greg?
We saw the problems with what was proposed.
Yeah, Beanstone County reviewed it. I mean, it complied. There's, I think you have our letters in there, and so have no objection to this. With what's been proposed.
Make the motion to accept resolution 2026-33.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Thank you very much.
Number 8, discussion and consideration of approval of resolution 74, approving the acquisition of city credit card.
So the city has been functioning without credit cards for the last month because when it was brought up again to readdress the issue of the names of who was on the card being previous employees, I had reached out and the credit card company instantly marked it as fraud and canceled everything on the spot. So I'm asking to get permission to fill out a credit card app. It's with Bank Iowa. They are one of the few that I've connected with that don't require an individual's name to be attached to the card. It would be just in the city of Mitchellville's name. So that's who's asking permission to fill out a credit card app and see if we're approved.
Does that include all the gas cards we had?
No, but those are just for fuel.
Fleet.
Yeah, those are just for the fleet. those can't be used for anything else.
I think not having a individual's name on it, just citywide basis is definitely a good thing.
No, I was asking if those were also closed out as from, because weren't those under previous names as well?
No, those are through Quickstar, those are different. Actually, those are all attached to an individual vehicle or a user.
We got,
Or a piece of equipment.
yeah, we got an odometer, you gotta put
Yeah.
the code in plus the odometer, so
Yeah.
you track everything.
Do I have a motion?
I move we approve the, somebody go ahead and application for the credit card.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Number 9, discussion and consideration of approval 2026-75 for a quote for tree removal services. I better see.
We can do trimming, we can't
Oh.
chop down giant trees that stand above people's houses and things like that. I mean, I asked for what it's worth, I asked if they're chopping.
By and large, the city has never taken down big trees.
Yeah.
And a few of these are right next to the school where the kids walk.
Big
And it's been
insurance.
dropping.
People.
How many trees is this?
3,
Five.
5, yeah.
All quotes are for 5.
That's actually a good price for five.
Are they all for cars?
Yeah.
Did we get 3
I
bids?
had problems.
We just get
Yeah.
two.
Even though it was not necessary, yes, there are 3.
So we have one for 9,400. One for 12,000.
Yeah. Like,
And one for 6,700.
Did the Indian Creek one include?
Yeah, it's got the removal and grinds.
Is, yeah.
4, 5.
that's five.
Yeah, that includes 5, the one that was sent via email.
They seem to have decent rates. I never heard of it before.
Well, there's so many of them. They're the main tree removal business.
They did come in quite a bit cheaper than the other.
Yes.
Yeah. Like half almost.
Half, yeah.
67 to 12,000.
So, the bids we have, one is for Indian Creek Tree Service, and, the bid for that was $6,700. The next one was Premium Tree Service. That one came in at, with tax, it looks like it's just over 10,000. And then, the last one was Pro Outdoor Services, and their bid was at $12,225.
Does anyone know if Indian Creek is bonded and insured?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, they're very good.
Thanks, George.
Husbands and sons. Megan Alexander as her dad, and they're very good people. That's who I would go with by far. They do good work.
Price is better too.
Yeah.
That's the reason I asked, is because the price is so much better.
Yeah.
Frank Alexander.
The one thing I do see, just they have a net 15. So, as far as payment, once it's due, to see if there is any interest or anything that would occur if we don't, payment due within 15 days, just something to look at. If it's gonna be 30 days out to pay them after the work is done, would we acquire any interest or something like that? But price wise, definitely right there, so.
And that's something maybe.
You just have to be prompt on that, yeah. And you can ask for a COI and to be listed, City of Mitchellville or whatever, to be listed as, on the COI, so. to prove they have everything covered, and have their umbrella, their liability, everything, so.
Anybody else have a problem with Indian Creek?
No, I'll make a motion to be forward with Indian Creek Tree Service for the, their bid.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Number 10, discussion with consideration of approval 76 to override veto of 63. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Number 11, discussion, consideration, or approval to move the day of the next city council meeting.
The next city council meeting falls on Labor Day, Monday. That would be the meeting that the city attorney would be present at. He asked if we could do it on Tuesday. I would have to ask P and Z to move their meeting, but
September 8th? Okay. I mean,
That's been pretty customary in the past, that I let every council move to Tuesday after Labor Day in this instance. We've got to put a couple of days.
So the motion?
I would move we change the next council meeting to Tuesday after Labor Day,
Tuesday, September
8th September.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Council discussion and action regarding public works director and assistant director interview process.
You wanted numbers, correct?
no, tonight we would just need to decide kind of the, when we want to have them, where, how, and we want to interview all 44 applicants for the one position, or do we want to like narrow down to like top 4, 5, 6 like we did last time? And then we can get it moving forward.
I have two suggestions. One, we move Matt Hammond, if he's willing, up immediately to one of the positions. And two, I mean, how can anybody make decisions on redacted applications? So if you want opinions, we need to see the,
What does their name or address have to do with their qualifications?
apparently we had somebody qualified to be a city administrator last meeting, and she was overworked, so.
Had nothing to do with the name.
It was overlooked, it was based on qualifications.
This is the way that all of the applications have been done. Today.
And we still have nobody hired. Okay.
I guess I would suggest, it's kind of like you suggested in the email for the assistant, that we each individually email you like our top 6. We've had a chance. It's going to take a few days to read through those. And you pick the date.
Matt, are you willing to step up and, I mean, we had no problem.
Wouldn't that be in violation of the veterans rule? Because if somebody applied for the vet, they would get opportunity to interview.
But that's what you guys did with freaking Jason.
And we reversed the motion and corrected
Not so
it.
much reversing.
We did.
So, Matt, did you put in for either one?
I put in for both,
Okay.
but
Well, then he's my choice.
Most qualified, I don't wanna have the town screwed up because, you know,
Well,
if
you're,
I'm not qualified, and you have somebody more qualified.
well, you were more qualified before, you're still more qualified now. In my opinion.
Okay, let's get back to discussing how we're gonna do the hire. So, in a week, top 5, top 6?
And send them to you, Jacoby, and you can compile those and see, who, between all of us, who the top ones were, and maybe we pick, I don't know, 4 people to interview or something.
I think full applications should be, available to everybody that's making the decisions.
Then you would need to all sit in chambers together and look at them and turn them in when you're done, because it has people's confidential information on them.
Yeah, we can read their qualifications.
Just fine, yeah. None of that's.
I don't think we need all the information to pick out the top 6. If you wanna go that far, I mean, we got 40 some.
Yes, but here's the thing, is that because of what you guys have been doing over the last 5 months, you guys will all see the names, and I won't. And that's the,
Well, if you
one,
show up,
that's
you can look at
the,
it.
I was not speaking or letting you speak right now.
You were speaking.
I was speaking, don't interrupt me.
I won't do this again tonight.
I don't care if you won't or won't. The fact that you guys are on cahoots with each other, that's fine. So if I don't see I mean, not that I have a voting, but it goes to show that you guys are trying to keep the cronyism going, because you all know the names except for me.
Nobody knows
I
the
don't know
names of the
anything.
applicants except for me and the ones that Anna printed off. Nobody
Okay.
else has seen the names.
Huh?
They have all been redacted.
I'm just putting it on record, make sure it's written down on the record. I won't sign those other ones. Not that I have to, because I don't get anything to sign anymore, because you said Morgan sign everything anyway.
It'll also
Let's
go
move on.
No, it'll also go on record that it's redacted because of the accusations that have been made for favoritism. That's why we switched to a redacted
Get your
personal
gavel and
information
stations on board.
application.
George. We're done.
So
When do we wanna start interviewing?
yeah, I was gonna say, so did we decide top 5 or 6? What did we decide on? Or you guys
Let's
decide on?
go to 6.
I say 6. I'm
You
with
said
that,
within a
yeah.
week, so
And pick out the top 4.
can we do, you wanna do Friday, end of day? And
Right,
then if
right.
there's any issues or not enough of the numbers, we can have a few more days if needed. Let's say everybody out of the 44, just everybody picks one person, you know what I mean? So Friday, end of day, top 6.
And are we wanting to do panel interviews, want to do the best, or are we going to go about it?
Yeah, I think once we get the top selections, then we invite in for an interview, so we can get to know them a little bit.
Well, they still need to be printed out, because half the things I saw were all blurry.
They're all printed directly from the website. I'm not gonna be able to make them any clearer. So do you wanna do the full council like we did that prior round of applicants? Like on Saturday, or are you wanting to split into groups?
I think it would probably be best if we all interview each individual.
Yeah, we don't all necessarily have to ask questions, but it'd be nice to be able to just listen.
Yeah, because then we can all give our opinions together. Come up with it.
They all need to be asked the same exact questions.
Yeah. Goal is just to find those qualified candidates and get them working in our town to make, Matt needs help, everybody needs help over there, so that's the goal, right?
So if we do end of day Friday, there's no calendar. Would you want to do that Saturday this week, or wait? Or is there a day of the week that works for everybody to hold those interviews?
given how difficult it is to find public works, I would suggest that it happens sooner than later.
I'm saying it's
Especially when
Monday,
it comes to water and wastewater.
next Monday evening, but it would have to be a, open meeting. People would have to be here and, if we're gonna have full council. But it has to be noted on there that there's gonna be no commentary, no open forum, open comments.
And applicants are allowed to request closed sessions.
Yes.
Next issue for next Monday. Yeah, then I'm gonna request we move it up to Friday at noon, so that gives us time to do the tallies and reach out. See if we can do that.
Friday.
You wanna move the meeting to this Friday and there?
No, the due date for
Due
your
date for-
topics.
Oh,
For
okay.
applicants.
Are we done? Number 13. Discussion of possible action regarding city attorney attendance at council meetings.
Do we need to require him to be here at every single meeting?
No.
Or- Okay, so everyone's going to be on their best behavior.
Doesn't matter how if they're on good behavior or not, it's about legal opinions.
Oh, I know. The last meeting kind of proved that. So again, is there something that is required for him to be here to be first party?
Oh, you mean the last meeting where I finally stood up for myself and then let you guys beat me up? Okay.
That's not what I'm saying.
Steve shared it like a little girl?
I think she meant the last meeting where you tried to get the city sued again.
No.
It's the way to do it. It's the way to do it.
The question on the agenda has been addressed, so council agrees, we don't want to go back to him being here every meeting, we want to leave it as every other for the time being.
So unless.
Yes, we can
Yeah.
table things that, if we have legal questions, we can table it.
I'm fine with every other, that's what John discussed before too, if there's something that is a pressing issue that we need him here for, we can wait for that opportunity,
As with before, this is just something else that's redundant. We have so many redundancies on our agendas that it's insane. So we already discussed this, we already made an opinion about it, I don't know where we're
I
discussing.
already
it
made a
again.
motion.
For a second.
Second.
All in favor? All opposed? 14, discussion and possible action from clerk and city council members.
On utility bills, there will be a little memo about if you want to start getting emailed invoices to write your email address on the remittance. That is fully active. The people who previously did the survey, yours should be coming by email for this round of billing. I did find out if you want to email and a paper copy still, you can do that if you would like. But that will be on the invoices, like I said, just write your email address on the remittance and we will get it added to the right system. So, yay, that's exciting actually, guys. CIT. They would still like to come and present to council the findings of those road and the camera and the smoke testing. It has been considered if it wouldn't be better to do it as like a special meeting, so there's time for them, the people who are interested to come and ask questions, get questions answered, and then be more like focused meeting on that situation versus taking up time during the public city, not public, it would be public, but during the actual city council meeting. But I can't schedule a meeting, so I was gonna ask you guys if that's something you wanted to do, and we could get it, so.
I'd like a meeting.
Yeah, I think so too. I know there's definitely a lot of people in town that have questions about basements and issues and excessive amounts of water, so, yeah.
So to save time, can we make this at the same time we have interviews?
I wouldn't recommend it, it would make for a very, very long meeting.
We're used to those.
CIT did say they were were available Wednesday. If there was enough council available.
Council may be available, I am not,
When would you be available?
not till next week,
What day next week are you available?
starting Monday. I'm out of town come Wednesday night through Sunday.
We're doing interviews Monday, I thought.
Yeah, Monday comes after Sunday.
But we were gonna have a separate meeting for seat. Oh.
No, you just turn in your votes by
Yeah.
Friday noon,
Candidate
and then you would
selection.
have candidates coming on Monday.
Right, but I thought CIT wanted.
That would be for Wednesday.
Oh, okay, all right. Was that the only day they gave you?
That was, I believe, the only day. I don't want to say yes and then be like, oh no, there was one. That's the only day he's given me so far for this week. I can always ask him if there's a different day.
I would see if maybe there's something, yeah, next week, to give residents, more time too. Obviously, there's a lot of people have questions about stuff related to that, so. Instead of just a 48-hour notice,
Okay. So then I'll ask and get his answer, and then I can reach out to you guys and then get the 3 requests to have it for that day. That works. And then at the P&Z meeting this week, it was asked that council be provided these letters that were presented to that board. Other than that, I think that was it for us.
I just wanted to say thank you for everybody that was involved in the school supply drive. I thought that was really cool, and it's really special that our small towns are able to do that. So awesome work. Thank you.
I would agree with that, Gary. I attended the library board meeting, or what, trained overall on that, so. That's all I have now.
I guess piggyback on that too, yeah. There was so many supplies given and donated, so that was awesome. And then, it's always good to hear reports about the water, progress is being made as far as filtration systems, stuff like that. So anything, we're moving forward, so we're working towards something, so that's good to hear.
Jacoby, one question. Were you able to get Kimberly nailed down on when they could come out and cut that pasture?
Yeah, so they had responded in an email and they said as soon as it dried out, they were gonna start getting crews to all their vacant lots, get them cleaned up.
First and foremost, the one on 6.
That one was pointed out specifically.
Thank you. I'm done.
Just 2 things, and this might come up. I was just wondering if you had any updates of the drain or the culverts that are plugged up there by the parks or east side of town there.
That ditch over there.
Yeah.
That low point.
I've been told that the departments are working on getting all the stuff, all the equipment and the manpower, trying to figure out the time to get together and get it started and cleaned up.
Okay. And then I kind of wanted to bring up, having looked into clerk school.
Yes, so I actually spoke with somebody at the league last week. We were talking about a conference that's towards the end of the year in Bettendorf versus clerk classes, and it was advised that the clerk classes would be the better primary focus. So it has been looked into to get registered, get into that next session.
And going to the annual conference,
Doing the clerk classes.
like the annual conference will rotate around, I don't know closer.
Yeah, and it was just said in that manner because the conference is a lot of information that may or may not apply necessarily versus the clerk is more targeted at all the ins and outs and all the things that I'm teaching myself every day. And Anna, because I put her task with a lot of new stuff too, so.
So that'll be starting.
Don't think it starts till a little bit later in the fall.
Yeah.
Because I think we were still gonna be on time to get it like on next meeting for
But you are
approval.
gonna get.
That's the goal, yes.
That's great. Oh, yeah.
Update from department heads.
Good evening. 382 calls for service so far this year. The ambulance is scheduled for the week of the 20th, so we're pretty excited about that. I want to piggyback on the school supply drive. That was really cool. A lot of people will benefit from that, so thank to all of you that were involved in that. That's fantastic. Brush 587 is done except for the lettering. That'll be hopefully within the next week or two, as soon as they can get it in for that. AC installation is in progress. It'll be very nice to get that done. And school will be starting soon, so you're gonna see the big yellow buses around. I would really love it if everybody would brush up on their driving skills and watch out for the kids around town, because kids are gonna be on the streets, they're gonna be on the sidewalks. Please take a little bit extra time and then watch out for all that. So that was all I had. Council, any questions? All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mike.
All right, so with the school year starting a week away from now, I wanted to talk about our after-school programming. So Cordell's Incredible Adventure game Fate will be starting again. We'll also be starting an after-school study program on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So kids will be able to come in, do homework, get a snack, and get assistance with their homework, tutoring. If there's any high school students that would like to volunteer for this, it would be easy silver cord hours, and you'd be making a difference for a lot of kids. We're also beginning Lego Club again for the school year, and we'll also be doing our movie nights on Wednesdays for after school days, or early out days, on the final Wednesday of every month, starting in September. And then next week on Wednesday after school, we'll also have Prairie Crossing Church do a thankfulness story time. And they'll be doing that every Wednesday after school until September 16th. Right. Does anyone have any questions?
You gonna advertise this?
Yes, we already have our program sheet on our Facebook, and I'll be putting out more stuff this week about each program as well. Right, thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, sir.
All right, good evening. So Parks and Rec Mixtape Bingo Wednesday night. So, come, enjoy it, it's fun. Been working a lot with Matt Hammond. They kind of call us Matt Squared, so it makes things easy. I've been helping a lot with our part-time seasonal guys, trying to organize work, like the project down at the park with the drainage and the trees and that sort of thing, the tree bids and quotes. And we wish we could control the weather, but we can't, so we're a little behind on the mowing, but we're out there today. I'll be back as soon as I leave. And yep, that's just kind of what we're working on. It's all hands on decks right now, and you know, every department is working together to get the work done until we get everything sorted out. Some more people.
Is one of the seasonal going back to school?
Don't know yet.
Okay.
Question? Huh?
You forgot to mention your project.
Which one?
So I will say, because people have probably seen Matt and helpers at Public Works later on in the evenings. Since there hadn't been time, he has been working on those nasty nights where it's raining and you can't do anything else, to go in and help clean up Public Works break room / office, so they actually have a place to sit and eat their lunch and clean and organize, and the walls are not, they were supposed to be white, but they almost look dark gray with dirt. And so he's been working on that, and he also had a connection that offered a lot of free, like office, like desk chairs and things like that. So he's helping to get them set up with proper furniture and amenities to really have a place to land when they need one. That's all you've seen in there late, that's why.
Come around.
Yeah, and, you know, as people come in and when we start hiring full-time laborers and things, that people end up deciding to go get their water certs and that sort of thing, they have a place they can study. They can have the information where it needs to be. So I think it's important to have areas that are not gross to work in.
And a place they can call theirs, with their own desk and drawers and.
Anything else?
Thanks.
Thank you.
Pencils on the truck.
You wanna
Yes.
tell us about them, Matt?
Square.
We actually did not continue calling them Matt Square.
Yeah, I'm.
They are not
I'm
just
Matthew.
numbers, they are not just numbers, they are.
We do have a dump truck, and it's having Mitchellville put on the side of it. That's where it's at. And we got Mitchellville Public Works put on the Dodge. I kind of said what I was gonna say about the water, you know, when when you were saying
Right.
we're just a few days behind schedule on the filter project, but everything's moving forward and we got things worked out and ironed out, so, but like I
You're working
said,
hard.
what's that?
You guys are working hard.
Yeah, trying to, so,
Some of the lights and decals, nice.
Yeah, I saw it this morning, it was good. Oh, did I miss anybody? Number 16, public comment. Does not have to be about the agenda.
Chrissy Bowers, 313 3rd Street Northwest. I just want to remind everybody that on the 20th, there will be free haircuts for all the children from Mitchellville Elementary at the Lavish Salon. And then I want to ask this, I don't remember if it was early summer or late spring, Rachel asked you or brought it up to all of you guys about Center Street. Had you talked to Mr. K? When Matt or Mike made that comment, I had a light bulb come on.
Well, I spoke with the sheriff's department to see if, because I spoke with the principal to see if they had any way that they could flip them up and flip down, and they do not. I spoke with the sheriff briefly on it, and I think we may be able to work something out where a deputy is available to make sure those are flipped up and flipped down at the correct times of the day. I mean, I'm all for those stop signs.
Right.
I thought we approved them, did we not? Did we not approve? I thought we approved
No,
them.
I think it was like a takeaway to see what it was gonna cost them
Right.
to flip up and down, and if we had somebody that was.
Yeah, well, the principal does not have anybody because they're all like relegated to right around the school.
Right.
I mean, that's a few blocks away. But I'm hoping that the sheriff's department might be able to help in that.
Okay.
Because, I mean, they're patrolling that street anyway in the morning and in the afternoon.
And that was my question too, because then I thought, well, maybe some of us neighborhood ladies, or I hate to always have the ladies do everything, but not that we do everything, but maybe we could take a week and then, you know, like back in the day, we had the
Crossing guards.
The what?
A crossing guard?
Yes, a crossing guard. Well, Grandma's could be a crossing guard. So that was my thought. But if we can get Polk County, and that just came to my head. Thank you.
Thank you.
Do we know if they got a price on that?
We had a price back then. Do you remember what it was, Jacoby? I don't think it was that killer. It was just 2 flip stop signs.
Yeah, I don't remember what the price was. I remember from that meeting, though, we were gonna look into the price, the cost, check with the city engineers to make sure the plans were okay, and there was no reason we couldn't do, or
Yes,
like we
because,
were gonna run all that, and then it never got readdressed.
well, because one of the questions was having the heavy trucks stop at that spot in the street.
So, and I do believe B&K did give the review of that, and then it's never come back up, so.
Can we readdress that then between now and our next council meeting? So we could.
Let's get a price, yeah, let's get a price on the signs. I'm sure that we can find enough volunteers in the city and deputies that we can have them flip twice a day.
So I have,
Or would it be 4 times a day because of kindergartners?
I believe so.
Wait, preschool, I think kindergarten still is 7 or 8:45 start time to 3:30.
What about?
No, I thought
Something
What
like that.
about?
kindergartens have a day.
Is pre-K half day?
I think pre-K is half day, yeah.
Okay.
I think that one's half day right now. I think, yeah, they do like
Yeah. Oh, hey, Casey,
Okay.
you
Yeah,
were,
yeah.
you wanna come up? No, it's half day for the preschool?
half day.
We have 2 programs, one's from 8:45 to 11:45, the other one's 12:45 to 3:45.
So start and stop time still, the same, just be an intermediate break between the 2.
I will put another call into the sheriff tomorrow to see if that is something they can take care of with maybe a little volunteer action from,
Yeah.
like Chrissy
I'd be
said,
happy to.
retired people
Or just somebody that gets off for free.
and.
I'd be happy to be a crossing guard for the children.
And we could always, like, if we got like a volunteer list, we could always, City Hall be like the contact, so if for some reason somebody was signed up on a Tuesday and they can't be there, they can call us and we could either just go do it or call one of them volunteers.
Plus we could have a fair rotation.
Yeah. And then I can get you guys, I'll resend you guys the B&K opinion letter and the price stuff. We're getting prices, depending on, but they might have changed emails, but.
Yeah, because we talked about like 3 options. One was like the flip up, the other one was the whole let's drag it out of the middle of the road and nobody wants to do that.
And then one was the
Yeah,
one with like
no.
the blinky light.
Yeah.
And then maybe we could get it on the agenda for Monday night.
Or do it the night of CIT special meeting.
Either one, yes.
Yeah.
Either one.
School starting soon.
That way we got a little longer to work the code and you can find out from the sheriff.
And because of if we're gonna put it in concrete, I mean, I'm sure other people here in town have the equipment, but I have the equipment that I can put it in concrete if that saves us money. So just the purchase of flip stop signs and then,
Concrete and 4x4 post.
yeah. Well, I mean, 8 by 8, whatever they think is the best.
Yeah, or steel post, whatever.
Thank you.
Anybody else for public comment?
Go ahead, Tony. I'll be behind you. Go ahead. Don Murphy, 113 Second Street, 3 minutes is not nearly enough. 15 wouldn't be enough. Anyway, point out to the public, Steve Zook's, a company that he, I believe is employed with is the one that's pushing for new meters here in town. We're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars. It is the normal practice of government to disregard any company that has an interest within that government element as a potential seller to that government. That's number one. Number two, being a leader is very difficult. I remember Shane Smith, as I was going out of the candidates night last October, it was over, And as I passed by Mr. Smith, I heard him say, when I walk through that door, I have no friends. I don't think there's only one person that I know of sitting on the council, and that's the mayor. He's kicked me out of city council meetings at least twice. We're friends, I like to think so. But nevertheless, he did right. And that's what being a leader is all about. Now let's take the last fire we had here in town. There on, I forget where it is, Jet Street or wherever it was. Our fire department responded, parked their fire truck in front of the fire that was smoking inside, dogs barking. They didn't let the dogs out. Dogs died, but that's okay. They're only dogs. And they had an 1.25 inch line that would pump water out of the truck onto whatever it needed to be, but an 1.25 inch would be like a squirt gun. So they carried the heavy hose down to the fire hydrant some 60 yards away. Very brilliant, Mike. Why didn't you back the fire truck down? Gee, never thought of that. All right, now instead we have a fire department member with others carrying that heavy hose down to the fire hydrant. And lo and behold, he flops over again. At least for the 3rd time that I know of. Somebody said 5 times. That requires our ambulance to pick up his bod and take it to Des Moines, try to bring him around. What does that do? That leaves the other fire department members without ready and access to an emergency. This isn't the first time. One time, a lady out here that was hurrying, it was her house that was on fire, and a 3-wheeler stopped her 3-wheeler so fast at the stop sign out here, it threw her over the bars, onto the ground, broke her collarbone. Our intrepid fire department ambulance came to her aid.
Excuse me, Don, you're gonna have to wrap it up, please.
Pardon?
You're gonna have to wrap it up.
Loaded her up, got the word that Mr. Cleverly had also collapsed again. They took her back off the ambulance, went and got Cleverly, and took him to the hospital. She had to wait there.
Thank you, Don.
For another ambulance.
Casey Hope, 403 5th Street. I just wanted to come up here with a thankful heart tonight because 300 kids have school supplies. That's amazing. Thank you guys very, very much. It takes the work of a lot of wonderful individuals, and that conference room up at the elementary is full. Every kid will have supplies. No kid will be without. So thank you very, very much. I also wanted to thank Jacoby for your long hours, for your professionalism to deal with what you have to deal with. So thank you. Jerry, Dean, Cody, Morgan, Steve, I just want to thank you for your professionalism dealing with a leader who is not professional. So thank you. I know it takes a lot to sit here and deal with that. So just thank you guys very much. I appreciate you. I appreciate your patience. And even when somebody's throwing a tantrum and not getting his way, you guys are remaining professional. Thank you. The last thing, since you brought this up, do not speak untrue things about our fire department. That is dangerous. That is dangerous.
Quiet.
You need to get your facts straight. Don't just do hearsay. Do not talk ill of our fire department that work their asses off. Absolutely not, Don. Absolutely not. They are heroes. You should know what that is. You should. Stop. Stop.
Don.
So thank you. Can't forget our lovely mayor. Thank you for putting your house on market, and it's finally pending, so there's hope. But as always, I come up here with the message to ask for your resignation. I know you missed my birthday, so hopefully someday. Steve's birthday was missed too, so I don't know if anybody else has a birthday coming up. But still asking for that, and we'll be for the next year and a half. Thanks.
Well, I wish I had 2 hours, 2 days. I want to thank you, the mayor, for what you said there, because I've got better words to use than what you used. I call them fraudsters and scammers. And if you think I love to bet, and I like to bet big, I love to bet every one of you up there, every one of you, but maybe one or two, that you'll have the right percentage of hiring some new people for our city this next go around. I'm a betting man. You're going to strike zero again and again and again. Because what I hear in Altoona is Mitchellville, 50% druggies, 50% fraudsters, 50% scammers. That's what we got to live with. We got a big drug problem in this Mitchellville. And half of you probably don't even know it, but I know it. I know it. I see it. But just drive on down the main street and just forget about it. Just forget about it. You don't want to attend the facts. Tony hit the nail right on the head. I know where you can get good help at. And this young generation is not it. It is not it. All they want to do is ride around in town in fancy pickups. The young kids do the work. Once in a while, you did a little work last year. But our prison over there in Mitchellville, they do more mowing in one day than Mitchellville does all summer. Them girls, 9 of them, by hand. And they've done a great job out there again today. So when it comes to wanting to hire good help, I got a guy here, this Mr. Snyder back here. You want somebody to pick somebody out that'll be a good plus to Mitchellville? You're looking at 2 of them. We know how to screen. We know what they're made of. And where did I learn of that? In the military. Not the chicken shit military, but in the military. You learn that. And what you said about the fire department, you're 100% wrong, because we've got at least 15 to 20 witnesses that witnessed the whole thing that Berkey was talking about. Was witnesses. Witnesses. I mean, we're witnesses. We don't lie, we're witnesses.
Don't interrupt.
We're witnesses to what went on, these fire departments. Now, you want to hire somebody good, I can tell you where to go, and it's in the prison system. Boy, you'll think, oh, we can't hire them. That's some of the best help we got, Tony Jensen, in our prison system. You want to hire good help, go to the prison system. You want to see how some of these young prisoners work? There's a, can't think, I'm getting older, getting revved up. Someday you people will be like that. But you want to go, yeah, I know.
You gotta wrap it up, George.
Okay, all right. Go to that farm and country store in Ankeny. Go in there on a Saturday, walk around, and look at them young kids in there. They got a leader, and they ask him, what's next, sir? What's next, sir? It ain't these frauds. Go ahead and smirk at me, because you know I'm hitting the nail on the head. You know I'm hitting the nail on the head. These kids got respect for one another. They've been incarcerated. That's the best help we've got to offer. Believe you me. That's
Thank you, George.
You bet. Thank you.
Elaine Webb, I have a couple of questions to ask you. What did you say, Jacoby, about we don't need to get 3 bids, or is that mandatory that we get 3 bids?
There is a chart that says per population, based on price of the job, if a 3 bid is required or not.
Okay, when I read the city codes of Mitchellville, it said that we need to get bids on all, whatever we do, from hiring music, we need 3 bids, to jobs, we need 3 bids. I also know that a veteran wanted to mow part-time. A veteran wanted to mow during the summertime. No one even looked at his application. Nobody. Nobody looked at it. He was an old man, wanted to do something, keep alive and help out. Nope. Didn't want to accept him because he's a veteran. So, but
Can I answer your one question? The ordinance states that it will follow the state's requirements.
so it's not mandatory then. It's not mandatory, but like it says on
It
the.
follows the state guidelines.
Okay, so it says, municipal code details regarding whether City of Mitchellville mandates 3 competitive bids for all purchases or government internally by local purchases thresholds and Iowa Code public improvement limits. General requires exact municipal code sections or request for copies of town current purchases policy should be directed through the city of Mitchellville. And it says local policy versus state policy. So, you know, I really think that if we're gonna get, really need to protect ourselves, you guys need to protect yourselves out there, let's get 3 bids. Let's hire local people, you know, instead of going out to someone expensive to hire. That goes for everything, for music, for jobs, for mowing, part-time, seasonal. You know, we've got people here, so. And like, I know the parks, I know the weeds haven't been, I know it's rained, but the weeds down at the park, the cemetery, I made a complaint about the cemetery, the weeds are really high again. When Adam McKean was here, that was all cleared up. The weeds at the cemetery was all cleared up. The park, or baseball park, Steve, you used to take a great job on that. There was, the weed eated, they mowed, it looked beautiful. Now we've got tree limbs growing in the, they call them dugouts.
Well, this is, I don't know about anybody else, but this has been an extraordinary year for grass and weeds.
Yeah, but the weeds are like this high. And then also.
I've never mowed so much in my life.
I haven't either, but I mean, but okay, and then another thing, down by the city cemetery, we've got a stop sign, and I thought there was a legal height that all stop signs need to be. This one's too short. So if they could just redo that, make a legal height would be great, and there's another one too, I know it's in town that isn't legal. So I thought all stop signs have to be a legal height, so. That's something to check into, and I did say something about that before. Somebody's talking, I can't. So anyway, that's something that, you know, needs to be taken care of, it just needs to follow the rules. So,
all right.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Lynn.
They're still interrupting.
I know.
Everybody does. Hi, I'm Anna, your deputy city clerk. I have a procedural question for you guys. You had mentioned that you wanted to make sure that each question for the hiring process was standardized. And I wanted to know if you guys were planning on doing that by sending it in with your applicant request, or if you were planning on standardizing it before the meeting.
This is Anna. If everybody knows.
How are the questions if you decided?
Anna, we have used templates in the past. If you would like to go through as somebody that doesn't have anything to do with the interview process and pick some of those questions and just standardize them, I'd be more than happy with that.
If you'd like me to do that, I totally can.
Perfect. Is everybody else okay with that?
Yep.
Okay. Thank you, Anna.
Good job.
Anybody else? Record time, Marty? Oh, we're almost out of here.
Oh my God, Marty, you're on it.
Back when I was growing up, my father was in the fuel delivery business. George was one of our customers. Good people. But anyway, he had, and this is just kind of a story, because a lot of people don't know each other or what they're about. So anyway, my dad always had a big, huge key ring of keys to people's houses and everything, so they could get their fuel. One of our customers was the city of Mitchellville here. And they had a tank up by where the fire department is, buried underground. And I was his gopher. I had to do all the stuff he didn't want to. But they had a cage up there, metal cage, that they kept stray dogs in. And I'm 8, 9, 10 years old. somewhere in that area. And stray dogs used to run around much more than what they do now. They had a dog locked up in there that, toward my end of town, it had kept coming up to our place, and I'd feed it and stuff. There's that dog sitting in there, locked up, my little kid mine. In the middle of the night, I sneak out of the house, I take the old man's key ring, go up, unlock it, let the dog out. Okay? This happened probably quite a few times until they moved the cage. Not really a crime or anything. But what I'm saying is that there's a lot of people here in town that have lived here a long time. They have deep roots. George, Don, and people come in from someplace else, and I haven't been seeing a lot of assimilation. It's like us against them, and so forth. Shouldn't be that way. This should be more of a small town experience. My idea of a small town in Iowa is that if you come into it, if there's not at least 2 farm tractors in front of the bar, it's not a real town in Iowa. That's all I have to say, and I'm glad to see Don back at the meeting. Thank you.
Hey, Marty.
Thanks, Marty.
Marty, can I ask you a question?
What?
When you get information regarding Tim that passed,
I can't hear very good.
I know,
I have tinnitus.
I'm sorry.
Who is it?
If you happen to get the information around Tim's passing and the memorial that they're going to do, can you drop that off here?
I think it's next month. I think.
Can you drop off the date and time?
Well, if you Google,
possible.
I think it's Hamilton's.
Hamilton's?
Yep,
Okay.
it'll show all that.
Thank you.
Yep.
That's the first request we've ever had from a councilman for one of the city employees. In my lifetime in Mitchellville, first time that they've acknowledged our old retired help. First time ever in Mitchellville, right there.
Motion to adjourn.
Thank you.
So moved.
Anybody wants to bet? Come on.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? So adjourned.
Celebration on this.
Don? Oh.
I'm gonna go grab the checks right now.
Yeah, how did we feel about the binders? Did we like the binders? They were?
I took it out of the binder.
Okay, so
I need
you
to flip
have
it around.
Okay.
I like it.
Okay.
I mean, it was great to have it in the binder. Yeah. But then I take it out and I have to flip it around. That's crazy.
So just
But
to
it's
clarify,
fine, you can
you
leave
do
it.
want the binder?
You can leave it in the binder. I mean, you put it in the binder, but I'm just saying that.
You got that? You get this? We're all back here. I got this one. I got the power. Oh, okay. Oh, see, I've got one here.
I apologize.
Yeah.
I can take that.
Thank you. Audio? Yeah. Yeah. Something to go to, because yeah, you don't want to put too much power, depending on your power amp and stuff like that, you know? Like you're plugging musical instruments, you gotta be careful what's on before you start unplugging stuff or turning things off. 2 games and all, huh?
You know, I just got your email. Okay, I was just gonna have it. Still in waiting. Let me actually use one.
Good night, Jerry.
Well, you know, okay. So I would say, you know, let me look at that and I'll give you a price. And we do want both of them on. Yeah.